I got to ask you, what's the craziest thing you've seen in M&A?
I feel like I gave you a few crazy ones.
I need the craziest. Give me the skeleton. Let me.
Yeah. No, I mean, the one where like the broker didn't know they had nothing to sell was probably my favorite. The next one, it has to do with people who didn't want to do the right thing. I remember we were looking at one, and it was someone in a market we're already in, very long tenured, pillar of the community, was looking for that right successor, but wanted monetary, associated with it. And like it was a declining business. We were trying to price stuff in. They wanted so many post-deal hooks on, how you were what kind of quality requirements you were going to get to in healthcare. You get publicly rated, by Medicare. You have to hit certain quality marks, all these things that like ultimately are good, but it's like, that's for, me, the buyer, to deal with. So many requirements. And even with that, we still wanted to do the deal. And then at way too late in diligence, it turns out that we found out they had taken a big loan from COVID, from the government. They hadn't paid it back. And it was one of those loans you have to pay back. And we sort of found it, and we said, so this stays with you, right? You've got a foundation. Like nope, that you got to take that loan and you got to pay it back. And the loan payback was like 3x the valuation that they wanted. So they basically wanted us to take on this crazy liability, instant net present value.
And this came up post LOI.
Yeah, it was post LOI. Yeah, it was like we were like really far down the line.
So it blew up the deal?
Oh, we're like, no thanks. Yeah, just blew it up right then and there. It's like, and you also got a sense of like the kind of folks they were.
But they didn't. Right? They didn't tell you any of this. It didn't show up on any of the balance sheet.
Well, we learned no. and that now we know to ask.
Sure, skeletons.
Yeah, like give us all your federal relief loan history and all that kind of stuff. You learn from that, and that was just us learning, right? And especially in that time, we were all learning about that. It's that kind of stuff. But it was the fact, it was all those things added up with them. It's like, oof, like,
wow,
I don't want to be a partner with you if you're going to try to saddle me with this last minute. And then you also wanted all these post-close hooks that, we were still going to be in the community together. We said, nope, we're done. Sorry.
Wow, that's wild. That's crazy.